Welcome everybody to another addition to our potato lounge.
Not French fries.
Not French fries, not baked potatoes either.
Nah.
With Logan
And Steve.
and
How's it going,
Steven.
people?
Alright, Steve.
You make me sound like a legend.
Yeah.
I love you.
We got a few things to talk about today, Steve, and these are some big topics.
How big?
Well, remember that talk about we have with movies about video games being made into movies?
Yes.
Now, we had to talk about that a little bit later about Fallout 4 and Metro 2033.
Yes.
By the way, we're playing a Xbox 360 classic,
Yes.
Toy Soldiers: The Cold War, which would be amazing to see another one of these come out because this was wait, they had another one come out. I don't know. But let's go ahead and just jump right into it, Steve. Borderlands 3 has announced that the first main character. This is just a. Oh, I meant game instead of movie. This is to start off with the game. I'm silly. Borderlands 3 was announced this week. I believe it was announced on Tuesday at PAX East. The first main character is supposedly a pirate. Gearbox has said that they started working on it after the launch of Battleborn, which makes sense because Battleborn is very Borderlands-esque. The announcement was made this year, and I was correct, at PAX East in 2016. What do you think about Borderlands 3? Did you play a lot of Borderlands 2?
I definitely played the first one, beat the first one. The second one, played a lot of it.
How many hours did you put into the first one?
Probably a good, too many.
You gotta play some on those.
Okay, because I don't know what the fudge I'm doing.
What are you doing? Yeah, go to like a machine gun.
How do you do that?
I don't know. How do you switch to your? How did you get to the gun wheel, Steve?
I don't know, man.
Try holding right bumper.
Okay.
Go to up to the center and go right there, and then go to the back. Right there.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then just press A.
Okay.
And then you have a gun, and then you can put another one right over there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Steve hasn't played this one before. My bad.
Noob. I'm a noob.
Scrub. But how many hours did you put into the first Borderlands, do you think?
Hours-wise, I would say about... That's a hard
Good job
question.
unlocking me a gamer pick.
No problem.
Oh, you defeated.
I did.
Jesus.
I suck. Rewind.
Rewind. Okay, sure, Steve.
Let's go. I don't know. Too many. Probably...
I put 100 plus into Borderlands 2.
I would say probably about the same.
I didn't put any hours into the pre-sequel though.
Okay,
I didn't. That one can
that.
kiss my ass. that one's awful.
Yeah,
but
I did not touch that.
Yeah, let's go on to another Borderlands. This is the one I was talking about with movies into game or video games into movies.
Ooh, let's go!
Jesus, I'm kidding. It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day.
It got its screenwriter. Aaron Berg will be writing the script for Borderlands the movie. The movie is based on the first game and will most likely get an R rating, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because of the absurd violence, the absurd language, and I was going to say nudity, but I seriously doubt there'll be nudity. But he's doing screenplay for G.I. Joe 3 and Section 6, which I know nothing about G.I. Joe 3, and I thought Section 6 was a video game too, but I was apparently wrong on that aspect also.
Is that a movie?
Yeah, it's being made those two are movies, yeah.
Okay.
So they're doing another G.I. Joe, which makes sense because they've already set up G.I. Joe Retaliation, which is the second one done by Hasbro. And they've set that one up for another sequel, which I won't go into details. G.I. Joe 2 sucked, even though I won't hit on Dwayne Johnson. He's a fantastic actor, but you have to put those on the platform, Steven.
I did that.
You got fooled then.
I know.
I think if you go over the platform, you think you can upgrade them.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how. Yeah, there you go. Go to down. Go up then. Oh, there you go. Upgrade. There you go.
Yeah, I'm a little broken boy right now.
Man, Steve, give me a heart attack. Give me heartburn.
Sorry.
Let's go on to the next one. Nathan Fillion, which we all famously know from Castle.
Yes,
I think.
we do.
Castle? Yeah. I didn't watch Castle.
Yeah.
And then it was the robot. And also Buck in Halo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in ODST and Halo 5.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he will be playing Wonder Man in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, who is named Simon Williams. Do you know anything about Wonder Man?
I do not.
Yeah,
I do not.
You're not the only person who doesn't know anything about Wonder Man.
That is interesting. I don't know why I put this here.
My God, Steve.
Hey, you gotta...
This is just awful.
It is. It is.
Jesus, Stephen. All
Killing
right,
me slowly.
let's continue on. Well, let's go on to that. Let's go on to that one. Apparently, I kind of read about this later. Wonder Man starts out a villain before he puts his wicked ways behind him, joining the Avengers. Now, I'm assuming he'll be joining the Avengers in Infinity Wars Part 1 or 2. Now, since I don't know Wonder Man, and nor do you, speculation is all we can make. What do you think? If he puts his wicked ways behind him, do you think he will be...
I think it's... I know before I said Part 1, but with, all that information being said, I feel like it could be Part 2.
Yeah, it would make sense for that to happen.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue on. This is with breaking news.
Breaking.
We're not CBN. That's copywritten.
Oh. Fuck me.
Or I don't know if it's CBN or not. Screw it. I don't even care.
CBN.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens in the UK breaks a Blu-ray record of 1.2 million units in the UK's in its first week of release. That was Star Wars: The Force Awakens beats 1.2 million units in the first week of release. It overtakes Skyfall, which sold previously 522 in its first week. Which is kind of surprising because doesn't really make any sense for Skyfall. I would assume that, like another film in UK would have like overlapped that one.
Oh yeah.
At least like twice over, but that's just how it turns out. So
how apple falls from the tree.
Well, for this Star Wars, The Force Awakens 2015, it beat The Phantom Menace, which is I think 2000, which had previously sold 1.17 million in 2000. So it beat Star Wars beat their record in the most sold, in the fastest sold, which I guess isn't surprising since Phantom Menace was an absolute failure. Jesus, Steven, stop failing.
Hey, we're talking about failures here.
Yeah, well, Phantom Menace is the epically of failures. Well, so is Attack of Clones and Revenge of the Sith. But we won't talk about that today,
Too
Steve.
many to describe.
Yeah. And then Avatar, which, of course, Star Wars and Avatar compete with each other with the most sold. Avatar remains top selling of 1.2 million, with Skyfall in second of 121,000. Which is now, I guess, beaten because Star Wars is now 1.2 million overall. Unless they're talking about within the UK alone, but I wouldn't know because I don't know the numbers on that one.
Yeah.
This was kind of a weak article when I read it because it was the statistics didn't make any sense, as I've already read to you, because they didn't really tell you what the statistics were, which
Obviously
I guess is fine, but I just, why not? But we've been playing a bunch of Dark Souls lately, haven't we?
We have.
We have.
Too
Which
much.
is kicking our asses. Well, a Kickstarter campaign to fund a Dark Souls board game topped 1.5 million yen. What's the Japanese currency, Steve?
Yen?
Yeah. Which, within
I know
20
it's definitely
days.
Chinese.
Which in 20 days.
Uh-huh.
Which, I didn't really do the math because I thought it was pounds. Which, that's British. 1.5 million yen is not $3 million. That's a little bit more than that, which I'm going to go ahead and just say that I kind of fucked up on math there.
It's okay.
But that's apparently
We're not math majors.
The budget for the Kickstarter was done within 20 days God, shove a wall in my mouth for the love of God.
Okay.
With 15,898 backers. Within 20 days. It was beaten within 3 days, mind you. Like this board was it wasn't even 3 days. It was
Okay.
It was the original goal for the Kickstart was 50,000 yen, and it reached its max in 3 minutes.
It's crazy.
3 minutes, it made 50,000 yen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's right now at 1.5 million yen. What do you do with the extra 1 million yen? If a game board costs only that much to make, what do you do with the extra million? I get Dark Souls is popular as a video game.
Oh, it's harder in
How the hell is
fucking
it?
Japan.
Well, I guarantee it is, but how the hell do you do it in a board game? Is it going to be like Dungeons & Dragons where you roll a dice and that's your health?
Either that or, you roll the dice and you get hit by a fucking, the watchdog and he slaps you till you can't die
That's
and he
true.
charges at you.
To me, that's just astounding. 1.5
Yeah,
million
it's
yen.
incredible. because diehard fans are gonna get it.
Oh, I guarantee.
Even if they don't care.
I guarantee our friends Corey and Noah have already put money into it.
Yeah. They won't be getting out of bed anytime soon.
No, they'll be getting out of bed to play the board game.
Yeah.
They won't be getting out of bed to play the game. The board game, they'll bring it to their little nerd parties and they'll set it out and be like, I play. I don't mean any insult, by the way, I'm sorry.
We love you. We're going to put you in rehab.
Next we go to J.J. Abrams. This was reported today during a
Tribunal?
Tribeca Film Festival.
Tribeca.
J.J. Abrams went ahead and told that young female filmmakers should trust their own voice. Mm-hmm. Now, given the fact that J.J. Abrams is now is a highly astounded director, with Star Wars being probably his top-grossing film, what do you think with him talking about female filmmakers using their own voice?
Well, females.
Do you think that's a step in the right direction?
Oh yeah, I think so. Females have a totally different view from what we hold as being males, and everybody says to me. They hold a totally different view of what we might see things, of how they might see things. They could turn things around, and if we didn't have gender and somebody made a movie, we didn't know who it was. It would probably be great. Yeah. And then once we found out who it was, we'd be astounded.
I'm doing a film major classes right now, and we watched a movie called Wajanda, which is a very third world country movie, which is not bad. I would recommend anybody who wants a nice little talk to the heart story to watch Wajanda, which I think was done back in 2010. It was actually done by a female director, which in the country they filmed it, either Iran or someplace like that. I don't really know specifics. Wasn't allowed to direct men.
Oh yeah,
and that's their culture. I get it, but I kind of took this one to heart, where she directed these men, and they allowed it inside of a van, across the street. She wasn't allowed to boss them around because she's the director.
Yeah,
and she has to do that. She only was allowed to do it within a van across the street, looking from the cameras at her. So she wasn't allowed outside of that van to actually tell people what they should be doing.
It's effing crazy.
That's to me, that's just astounding in a way that that it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, I give the director respect. If I remembered her name, I'd say it right now, but I can't.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because it was a good movie, and I think it was somebody's top 15 films, if you top 15 films before you die to watch, or top 100 films before you die, and it got number 14. Okay. Like that. It wasn't a bad movie. It was a nice storyline, but if you wanted a nice little hint at another culture, I would recommend it.
Oh yeah, you always gotta get that experience.
Yeah. Well, let's go on to the next one, Steve. Okay. This one actually goes between a competitor. This is the PS4.5 and the Xbox One Slim. They are the Xbox One Slim.
What is that going to contain?
It's not really going to contain. It's going to be from the Xbox One that we're using right now. It's going to be lighter, which they're using lighter materials for the inside and the outside. It sounds like, and it will have a faster hard drive, which means that it will probably run at a faster. And people don't complain, but blow up my comments if need be. But it might run at a better frames per second than a PS4.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about the PS4.5, which I find completely useless. That they're doing, and this is going to be released this E3, I guarantee it. Is that the PS4.5 is being upgraded for a few reasons mainly, but kind of graphics and frames per second. But it's mainly being upgraded to use for a 4K TV.
Yeah.
Do you own a 4K TV?
I do not.
Yeah, I do not either. And I find no use to buy a PS4.5 if you're only going to be using. If it's going to be useful on a 4K TV to make it look prettier.
Yeah. See, but where the world's going right now, they're going with much larger TVs.
But yeah, you got to go bigger and go home.
Yeah, it's crazy. I forgot it's a new TV out.
Upgrade something, Steve.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a basic.
Just upgrade something.
No.
Upgrade it to your right. Why are you repairing it, you idiot?
Because I got to keep my men sharp.
Upgrade it to the right.
Hold up, man.
Sorry.
I'm doing my thing.
You're about to die.
Yeah, I know. But you know, I forgot what the name of the TV was and who sold it.
Sony, Panasonic.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. TV maker companies.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's all I know.
It was like
those are the only two companies that I'm aware of.
It's much more, many more.
Yeah, there's probably a ton more that I just don't know about because I don't really know TVs.
It's crazy how what they're doing to TVs now, and you know, besides smart TVs,
yeah,
it's getting out of control. Maybe not out of control, but you know, as everything advances,
yeah,
you
gotta upgrade something around times. But let's continue on. And this was also, mind you, that was also talked about in the Funhouse Dude Soup podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I do respect their podcast more than anything, given the fact that they give you a slew of information that most might not know about. But we'll continue on. Now, you're an anime man.
I am.
You enjoy the anime. Did you ever watch Ghost in the Shell?
I have watched episodes and never completed the series.
Okay. Well, this one this one might just come to be not a shock, but given the fact that most films that turn out to be a anime to movie live action adaptation turn out to be failures, aka Dragon Ball Z was a failure, Attack on Titan was a failure, and I think there was one more that turned out to be a failure too.
Oh,
I don't know. Screw it.
I heard the what's that anime? Shoot,
Steve, I don't know.
You should know. That's the problem.
I know there was another anime adaptation of another, but Jesus, I don't know.
I don't know. Death Note, I think, had
a... I think it... I don't
think
know.
so.
I
thought.
Whatever.
Maybe. I could be wrong.
It's Japan. They do live adaptations because they can.
I heard that one wasn't too bad, though.
Death Note was awful.
I never...
The ending sucked.
It. Yeah.
You know, as most endings suck. But we'll continue on. Scarlett Johansson is starring for the main role in Ghost in the Shell, the anime adaptation. Expected to release April 14th, 2017. Being directed by Rupert Sanders, who directed Snow White and the Huntsman. What do you think about that? Did you ever watch Snow White and the Huntsman?
I have.
Did you like it?
I liked it. Wasn't too bad. It wasn't terrible. But for
do you think Scarlett Johansson will knock? I'm assuming I'll put you've seen the picture of her staring at the glass, which I guess is a side by side picture of her.
Character wise and like how she fits into, I think she's gone. She fits pretty well as the main character, but like the movie itself being a live action movie, that's gonna be kind of weird. I don't know how.
Do you think it will fail? Given the fact that I think Ghost in the Shell actually has like 2 or 3 seasons now, so it's got some popularity in and of itself.
It's been popular for a while.
Yeah, well, you would know because you're the anime guy.
Yeah,
so. But yeah, I'll say I haven't watched it, and I don't really. It's not on my list, even though my list is forever growing. But might as well just say this right now. Even though I didn't watch Attack on Titan, the movie adaptation, or didn't watch Dragon Ball Z, yeah, I'm not planning on watching them, but they turned out to be failures. Do you give high hopes to this director and Scarlett Johansson hitting the role? She's released, and I get this might be a touchy subject for most people because of how it is nowadays with them not being what they were. What do you think, Steve?
That's a tough subject to cover. I don't think it'll be a total failure. I think it'll be okay, kind of good.
Yeah,
but it's not going to be the greatest thing we ever see. It's not going to be the worst thing that we ever see. It's probably going to be... Do
you think we'll see more anime movie adaptations in the future?
I think so. Hopefully not, to be honest.
Do you think that popularity of, TV shows or animes or, things like that being made into movies?
It's going to be very popular. I don't know why, but I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Well, more and more people are watching it.
Yeah. I mean, that's great, but leave anime. I love anime. I watch it any day. I'll occasionally read a great manga. Mangoes.
Mangoes.
I eat mangoes.
You got the mangoes and the animus.
Okay. I like that word.
That's the best. Corey told me that.
But, I mean, you gotta... I don't... It's you can always go wrong with certain things. And I feel like doing live action with anime is kind of one of those things.
There's things, and I'm going to say this from a film standpoint because we're running out of time. I'm going to say this from a film standpoint. There's so much you can do with a person, but there's so much you can do with a an environment that you can draw or CG yourself. There's more you can do on a computer than you can do with a green screen and effects. And trying to make people believe a certain thing is an issue that people are hitting at now. And I get that because I'm starting to look at films from a major perspective and how I'm switching it, and I'm kind of looking at it from that perspective.
With that being said, in order to make these things happen, they're going to need a huge budget.
Yeah, animes are very I even looked at like a brief budget of like one anime, and it was like 1.2 million.
Yeah,
I was astounded. And just for 12 episodes, that
exactly.
much? Like,
and now they want to make it look real. And
I'm not gonna hate against Scarlett Johansson.
Oh no,
mind you, she's a great actor. I won't hit against her, but
just a theory.
Just looking at it as a concept, this movie just doesn't sit well with I guess with a normal anime goer, and it wouldn't sit well with someone who is who doesn't know this topic. They wouldn't have Scarlett Johansson, or they're a fan of the director. But it goes to the aspect of they have to look at it from this perspective of how things are done today. If it doesn't hit a certain standpoint, if it doesn't hit on someone's perspective, because make or break a film, you have to take into consideration the fans.
Yep.
How the manga and how the anime, the perspectives of those two turned out. Animus or mangos. Mangoes. Jesus. I'm just losing my mind today. Yeah, there's aspects like that you have to take into consideration. But you know what? Final thoughts, Steve. Final thoughts.
On just that topic?
On that topic particularly.
I don't see it being great. I don't see it, I do see it doing, somewhat pretty decent in the box office.
Depending on the budget,
yeah. But it's going to be tough to cover. I think, I wonder how she feels about playing that role, to be honest.
She's gotten a lot of hate lately for it. But, we'll leave that up to you guys. If you guys have any opinions, or if you guys have any, things you want to talk about with this aspect of it, please feel free to comment below. And I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on another Potato Lounge with Logan
and Steve, man.
Alright, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. If you guys could leave a like, comment, and subscribe below, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Let us know.
Thank you.